Hey everybody, I hope this day finds you feeling happy and healthy. On today's menu, we are going to make some calabacitas. If some of you guys don't know what that is, it is Italian squash as a casserole. You can also use Mexican squash, it's up to you, it's a preference. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to my mom, Virginia Galindo, for teaching me how to make all these wonderful recipes that I know. And with that, I just want to say I love you, Mom, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. And okay, yeah, with that, I just want to say let's get cooking. Okay, so right here, I'm just going to go ahead and cut up about 5 or 6 of these Italian squash. You can cut them however you like. I know that when I was growing up, my mom used to cut them round, lengthsize like this. But I find it easier for myself to cut them into small little squares like this and make it into bite sizes. But you know, every preference is like I said, to each your own. Whatever makes your family happy, whatever makes you happy, you can do it any way you want because this is going to be your dish. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get these squash cut up and we'll get to the next step. Okay, here we have it. Okay, so now to this, we're going to go ahead and season it lightly with just a little bit of garlic powder and salt. So just a little bit, not a lot, doesn't need much because the squash already has a nice fresh flavor to it. So just a little bit, very light. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add our spices, which is 1 tablespoon of dried oregano, 1 tablespoon of dried parsley, 1 tablespoon of dried thyme, and 1 tablespoon of dried basil. And so what this is going to do, it's going to flavor up these calabasas really well. So what I want you to do is get your hands into it and mix it around really well and get all those seasonings mixed up together. It already smells really good. Okay, so now you're gonna get 1 I guess it's 15-ounce can of corn, and you're just gonna go ahead and incorporate this into this delicious casserole, along with another can of 15-ounce can of diced tomatoes. You may need another can of the diced tomatoes, but let's mix it up and check it out and see where we're at. Okay, let's get this all nice and mixed up. It doesn't really matter what kind of tomato sauce you use, you know, it's all the same. You have a lot of nice seasonings inside of here already, so it's not going to matter what brand. You can get the generic brand, doesn't matter. I have my tomato sauce in this canister right here because we used it earlier in the week to make some sauce. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and mix it in here. Forgive me if I'm not talking correctly. I'm just a little nervous. I don't know why I get nervous every time I do these things, but I do. Sometimes I get tongue twisted and the words don't come out quite right, so I have to slow down. Get it all nicely coated. Okay, it looks like it's ready for our cheese now, so we're going to go ahead and add. I only had pepper jack on hand, but you can use also Monterey. Monterey Jack works really nice in here too. And so just going to sprinkle this on, just enough to cover. The cheese will melt through it, so you don't have to really worry about getting it all the way, like mixing it in or anything like that. Okay, and next we have our Parmesan cheese. It's shredded. I love this cheese inside of this dish. To me, it just gives it an extra oomph. It's delicious. I know my mom used to add black olives to this dish. You can also do that as well. My family doesn't really care too much about black olives except for myself, so. And this is a Italian blend grated cheese, which has Parmesan, Romano, and Asiago cheese. Really good. I highly recommend it, especially for the final topping. And at the end of this video, when you see it all come together, you'll understand why. It just gives it so much more flavor. There you have it. It's ready for the oven. I do not suggest that you cover this dish unless you had it in the refrigerator, setting in the refrigerator for a while before you cook it and it gets cold. Then I would go ahead and put foil over it for a little bit until it starts to bubble. But for the most part, I'm just going to go ahead and put it in just the way it is at a 400-degree oven, and I'll check it in about 30 minutes to see what it looks like. Because I just want a kind of like a toasty brown colored on the cheese. You're going to see all the juices. Oh, it's going to look wonderful. Oh my God, I can't hardly wait. Okay, so let's see. Oh my goodness, everybody, would you take a look at that? And it smells delicious too. I'll go ahead and put it together and plate it up. You can serve this really with anything. You could serve it with a side of Spanish rice. You could serve it with chicken. You can serve it with beef, whatever you really want. You can just eat it just like that. Tonight I'll be serving it with roasted chicken thighs. But yeah, here you have it. Simple, easy, and delicious. I can't hardly wait for you guys to try it out.